kind that's playing out in the BJP, because the poll defeat in the assembly elections in Bengal has now split the Bengal BJP into camps. Some leaders like Shubhendu Adhikari are now vociferously demanding president's rule in the state, citing post-poll violence. Shubhendu Adhikari met Prime Minister Modi today and reiterated that demand. Remember, yesterday he had also met Minister Amit Shah. Meanwhile, in Kolkata, trouble brewing in the Bengal unit of the party, with leaders like Mukul Roy, Rajiv Banerjee and Shamik Bhattacharya, once in the TMC, skipped the party's crucial meeting, and many of them are now slamming Shubhendu for demanding president's rule. So are they all planning to switch back, is a question being asked.
ग्राउंड रियलिटी समझ के जो लिखा है उसके ऊपर महामहिम राष्ट्रपति जी को कुछ कार्रवाई करना चाहिए, मेरा भी गुंजाइश है। मैं पार्टी का विधायक हूँ, नेता प्रतिपक्ष हूँ। मेरा इंडिविजुअल ओपिनियन पार्टी के ऊपर लाना ठीक नहीं होगा, लेकिन हालत बहुत गंभीर है, नाजुक है, कुछ ना कुछ करना पड़ेगा।
আমি বলবো নিজেদের অন্তর্দ্বন্দ্ব মেটান আগে, আপনি তাকে কি বলছেন, আপনি জ্ঞান হারিয়ে ফেলছেন। আর সাধারণ মানুষকে বলবো, দেখুন একটা রাজনৈতিক দল যারা 10টা নেতাকে এক ছাতার তলায় আনতে পারে না, তাদের হাতে যদি 130 কোটি মানুষের দেশ যায় তাহলে কি পরিণতি হতে পারে এটা সাধারণ মানুষ ঠিক করবে।
Now, while the politicking goes on in Bengal over president's rule or the splits in the BJP, the fact is violence has not died down in the state a month after the election. The BJP is alleging inaction by the state police. The Trinamool is claiming that this is part of the BJP's propaganda. But lives are being lost. Our correspondent reports today.
This is West Bengal's Jagat-Dal locality in the North 24 Parganas, the scene of multiple instances of post-poll violence. These walls and doors tell the tale of the gory political rivalry. More than a month after the election results, the violence has not died down. The Rapid Action Force men stationed here keep a close vigil from rooftops to ward off internecine attacks. Pratima Sahu, a member of a joint family, recalls how petrified she was when crude bombs landed on the terrace of her home. She managed to save her toddler, but the splinters injured her father-in-law.
हम लोग खाना वाना खा के ऐसे आराम कर रहे थे, देखे एक बम का आवाज आया। बम का आवाज आने के बाद 5 मिनट बाद देख रहे धर 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 पूरा बम का आवाज आने लगा। मेरे छोटा बच्चा गोदी में लेके हम लोग दौड़ा दौड़ी कर रहे थे, नीचे बार को पीटा पीट कुमारी पीट रहे थे।
Not far away from Jagat-Dal, Bhatpara was also another locality riddled with violence. Jaiprakash Yadav's family recounts the horror of June 6th. 2 men accosted Jaiprakash at the jute mill where he worked. Jaiprakash was killed in the bomb blast that followed.
इसलिए हमला किया लोग कि जीपीपी में काहे रहा, त्रिभुवन में काहे नहीं गया, कि मेरा आदमी कुछ किसी में नहीं था, वो तो खुद भेजा है मेरा साथ में पी लाकर और बम भेजकर।
We are here at Jagat-Dal market in Barakpur, where a lot of people claim that a lot of post-poll violence have taken place ever since the 2021 results were called. Since 2019, ever since Arjun Singh won from Barakpur, numerous reports of violence, of political violence erupted in this area, which was silent in 2020. However, as the results of 2021 elections got called out, post-poll violence have happened in which 2 people have lost their lives in one particular month. With camera person Prabir Biswas, this is Suryagni Roy for India Today, Jagat-Dal, Barakpur.
So what next in West Bengal? Well, earlier today I spoke to the West Bengal Governor Jagdeep Dhankar, who's taking on the West Bengal government. Listen in. And joining me now is the West Bengal Governor Jagdeep Dhankar. Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Dhankar. The charge against you is that ever since Mamata Banerjee came back to power in the first week of May, almost on a daily basis, you are issuing either a public statement or a tweet attacking her government on the law and order situation. And the charge is that you are acting more like a BJP politician and less like a constitutional functionary that a governor is supposed to be. Your response?
Rajdeep, I had indicated to you that looking to the seriousness of situation, we'll be confining it to post-poll violence. Be that as it may, the narrative which you have said cannot be far distanced from factual situation. You are, in a sense, hear me out, shutting eyes to the most unprecedented post-poll retributive violence in the state of West Bengal. Can you imagine? Country has never seen such kind of a spectacle since independence. And the premise of that is people are being made to pay with their lives. They have to suffer rapes, killings, arson, only on one ground. In the largest democracy, they chose to exercise right to vote out of their volition. I would appreciate that a journalist of your level would kindly bestow some ground reality situation assessment. It has never happened. On 13th, 14th and 15th May, I was forced to take visits to poll affected areas where there was violence.
Yes.
I went to Cooch Behar. Hear me out. I went to Cooch Behar. I went to Assam in Ranpagli camp. I went to Nandigram. What did I see there? I saw houses after houses being vandalized. Girls telling me what has been done to them. I went to families where there have been killings. In Nandigram, I had to take to a two-wheeler and three-wheeler. I asked them 3 questions. 1, why did you not go to the police? Universal answer was, we will walk into a police station as victim. We will come out as accused. And thereafter, we will suffer reprisals at the hands of ruling party hermits. I asked them another question. Has any government functionary come to you? They said no. With a pain in my heart, enormous respect I have for fourth estate, I asked them, did any journalist come there? No. Can you see my plight on a situation like this? The new government has been in power for 6 weeks.
You have every right to be concerned about post-poll violence, but if you feel so strongly, you can send a report to the President of India. You seem to be wanting to get into a direct confrontation with the West Bengal Chief Ministers and the government of West Bengal. That's the problem. If you believe that there is post-poll violence, you are entitled to send a report to the center. But why get into a confrontation with the constitutionally elected Chief Minister of Bengal?
Rajdeep, you have wrongly framed the question. Chief Minister is in confrontation of the government, governor, federal structure, constitution and rule of law. I put 3 things to you. 1, 6 weeks she has been in power in her 3rd term. Has she uttered a single word indicating to administration control post-poll violence, which is of such a magnitude? No. In 3 cabinet meetings, 10th May, 17th May and 24th May, I had cautioned her on 5th May itself, in her presence, that this is too serious a situation to be ignored. Not a whisper. Has she ever gone to any poll violence affected area? Has any minister gone there? Has any bureaucrat gone there? No. Has any compensation been given? Any rehabilitation been given? No. In such a situation, to tell me what I should do, I have to confine to my constitutional oath. And my oath is preserve, protect and defend Constitution and serve the people of the state. I am not the one to engage in transgressions. I know it is so easy to float a narrative. The governor is in confrontation. Why for a minute people do not take rational stance? It's the Chief Minister. Let me tell you something, and you are knowing it for the first time.
Sir,
2 days ago, feeling deeply concerned, I sent a message, Rajdeep, to the Chief Secretary. I flagged the issue to the Chief Secretary that on these issues, please brief me. He did come to me. He was without a document. He was in a position to give no details. I asked him, can you indicate there has been exodus of lakhs of people in search of their lives, covering them to save themselves? They have left their homes. Some of them have gone outside the state.
Sir, Mamata Banerjee's government is saying this is all propaganda by the BJP, which the governor is putting out in the public domain. After the BJP has lost, the BJP is trying to undermine the elected government by putting out this propaganda, and you are becoming a loudspeaker for that propaganda. They are denying this report of exodus. They are saying people have died, but Trinamool workers have also been killed, and in some cases BJP workers have been killed because of an internal feud within the BJP. They are saying the governor is simply being a loudspeaker for the BJP. This is all propaganda, is what Mamata Banerjee is claiming.
Rajdeep, you used the word loudspeaker twice. I'm sure it can't be appreciated.
Yes.
Listen to me. Don't shut your
Yes, sir.
eyes. On 17th May, a chief minister holding home portfolio, storms into CBI office. 6 hours, telling them in intimidatory posture, arrest me or release. Release whom? The 4 accused of mega corruption case. 6 hours. Did you not see outside? CBI office was under siege. Did you not see central forces being attacked? I called the Kolkata police commissioner. He said, sir, 144 is not implementable. I wish you think about it. If instead of Mamata Banerjee, there would have been any other chief minister, any other state, what would have been your reaction? And look at what happened on 17th and 18th August,
Sir?
18th May, main gate of Raj Bhavan. I'll send you the videos. Access to Raj Bhavan. What kind of violence was there? Prohibitory orders are there. Sir, I plead with you, the narrative which is being propagated, with a heavy heart I'm saying, cannot cut ice with the people who are suffering.
Mr. Governor, I repeat what I said. If you feel so strongly about what has happened, why don't you write to the president? Why don't you write to the Home Ministry and ask for Article 356? You won't do that. You won't say that the situation, if you feel there's a constitutional breakdown, then you have the right to write to the governor and say that article, to the president and say that Article 356 should be imposed. You won't do that. Instead, on a daily basis, you are accused of undermining the elected government.
My job is to be done in the best judgment I feel about it. First, I would do everything under the sun to see that my government, that is the Mamata Banerjee government, falls in line. I have to make all efforts. I'm not in confrontation. I'm in construction mode. And let me tell you, and hear me carefully, no one in the state disagrees with me except the Chief Minister and her party. No one in the bureaucracy. They express their helplessness. I share with them the details which I get, which they cannot call as fake. I have shared with them the details which I've seen with my own eyes. When I see the bureaucrats, I don't want to name them. They say, sir, we have to work under such a fear quotient, which is unknown to history, unknown to democracy, unknown to rule of law.
No, Mr. Dhankar, if you feel the fear quotient is highest, Mamata Banerjee's government will tomorrow turn around and say there is a fear quotient in Uttar Pradesh where there is a BJP-ruled government, but Anandiben Patel, the governor, does not tweet every day or does not attack the chief minister every day. That's the question. If you feel so strongly, then you have constitutional methods available to you. Instead, what are you doing? You're going and you're acting virtually like a politician. You are not acting like a governor, but you're acting like a politician, is what the government of West Bengal is claiming.
What would you expect of a governor in a situation like this? When a governor goes to a place, a girl looks into his eyes, twice I have suffered, sir, today I will suffer for sure. What will you do in your position as governor if you go to Nandigram, take a two-wheeler, take a three-wheeler, and you find a group of people, including women, and women in 3 generations, catching my feet? We are prepared to change our religion. if that can be passport to our life. Sir, don't be that inhuman. As regards what the governor has to do, I don't share in public domain how I discharge my constitutional functions. But give up the assumption the governor is not taking that course. Believe that I believe in rule of law.
Mr.
But my first priority would be, and it's a huge priority, the government must see writing on the wall. The government must make amends. Can you give any certificate to the government that has done nothing in 3 cabinet meetings, not even a reference to it?
Government of West Bengal is accountable to the citizens. The government is accountable to the citizens of West Bengal. They have been elected at the moment by a 2/3 majority.
Rajdeep,
They
you
are
are mistaken.
accountable. They are-
Sir,
Yes.
Sir, Rajdeep, you are mistaken 100% on this. Read Article 159. I am a copybook governor. Article 159 says, I have to preserve, protect and defend Constitution. It has not been amended. And I have served the people of state.
Yes.
Are there human rights?
Defending the constitution also means allowing a
Have I
democratically
stopped
elected
it?
government to function.
Mamata Banerjee cannot have a more informed, dedicated, committed advocate than you are doing at the moment. But let me tell you, where have I stopped the government from functioning? Can you point out one thing? Can anyone in TMC point out one thing? Just one thing. Indicate Rajdeep to me on television now. Any transgression which this governor has committed, any difficulty which this governor has generated for the government. Tell me one. As a matter of fact, the boot is on the other leg. I
Sir.
have on several occasions to help the government diluted my stance. Several occasions. And the Chief Minister knows about it. I am not the one to fight with anyone.
Sir,
टक्कर नहीं देता न टकराव में विश्वास करता हूँ. I believe only in constructive stance. And that constructive stance is we cannot allow governance of a kind where constitution doesn't work, where rule of law doesn't work, where governance is like a police state, where bureaucracy and administration are 100% politicized.
right.
People are in mortal fear of police.
My
Police
final
is in
question-
mortal fear of ruling party workers. Please.
My final question to you, therefore, Mr. Governor, is that the
Please,
matters
please.
have reached a stage where TMC MP Mahua Moitro now has claimed that 4 of your OSDs, Dinesh Dhankar, Prashant Dikshit, Akhil Chaudhary, Abhuday Singh Shekhawat, they were appointed OSDs because they are either related to you or because of some kind of family connection that you built. A charge of nepotism against you, you've denied it, I know. But the fact is, are you willing to be transparent about appointments that are being made in the Raj Bhavan?
I am not being transparent. I am being 200% transparent. Rajdeep, it's so easy to raise an allegation like this. I am said that a man at your level has done on this channel. If I have said wrong, ask Mahua Moitra, prove it. Abhaydev Shekhawat being my relative, I don't want to get into it. Factually, 100% wrong. How many times you want
Okay.
me to say so? And they are my coterminous appointees, mind you. They are
Let me
my
ask you,
coterminous appointees. If question has to be asked, it has to be question has to be asked, it has
Okay.
to be asked somewhere else.
as you said, you want
Sir,
to
before
focus
that,
on
Rajdeep-
post-poll violence.
Rajdeep,
If you
no,
feel post-poll violence, sir, just a
One
minute, sir.
second. No.
If you feel
No.
post-poll violence is
One
so,
second, Rajdeep.
is so strong, are you going to recommend?
One
Are you
second, one
recommending
second.
president's rule in Bengal?
If you think that someone has, a member parliament said something, and the governor has denied the fact part of it, that factuality is wrong, does journalistic ethics not require of you to tell her, please spell out the relationship? If I tell Rajdeep has recruited Mr. James, who is a close relative of his, being his brother-in-law, and Rajdeep says no, then should I keep on asking Rajdeep, why have you employed that person? Would you not ask the maker of the statement, you have gone to public domain, you have asserted something which has been denied, now it's your turn to prove it. You will not ask that. The governor is accessible to you,
Okay.
Rajdeep. Mamata Banerjee is not. Others are not. And on that issue, what the governor has to do, my assurance to you with your experience, I started my public life around the time you started your journalistic career. It was 88, mine is 89. Have it from me. Whenever we talk,
That's right.
by looking into each other's eyes, my respect for you will never go down because your spinal strength, and you will find me the same situation. I do not believe in engaging in
Can I-
any political